Welcome to Gut Reactions. If you are looking for a quick spoiler-free review, then you have come to the right place. And today we are watching Train to Busan presents Peninsula.
미쳤어? 거길 또 들어간다고?
It was written and directed by Sang Ho Yoon and co-written by Joo-suk Park. Korea is screwed because of the zombie outbreak. Most South Koreans are living as refugees in the surrounding Asian countries. Jung-suk is living in Hong Kong and is approached by a gangster to go and retrieve a truck full of money that is on the Korean peninsula. It stars Don Won-gang and Jung Hyun Lee. Are they any good? The Asian actors are great. The Western actors are awful. Like, as wooden as they can be. A virology expert is interviewed on morning TV right at the beginning, and frankly they should have recast it with a 2x4 of plywood. Also, the general on the boat, who is also Western, he only has one line and he can't even deliver that straight. It's just awful, and it's cringe-inducing. This is often the way, though, in Asian films. I live in Hong Kong, so I get to see lots of Asian movies, and quite often, if they need a Westerner, it's more a case of who they can get, rather than getting the best person for the job, if you see what I mean. A lot of my friends joke that they could get an acting job as a Westerner in Asian movies quite easily, and to be honest with you, looking at the state of some of the Western actors who work regularly over here, I think they're right. The English gangster in Hong Kong is better, I guess. But really, the Western actors don't matter that much. They're kind of more fluff that kind of pushes the start of the story along. I think they also did it to try and make it slightly more approachable to Western audiences. I'm not sure that it makes that much difference, because Train to Busan was awesome, and people loved it. And I don't remember any Western actors in that. But there we are. They made their choices, they went for it. Doesn't really matter, because all of the Westerners are gone within 10-15 minutes of the movie. In all honesty, this is Dong Won-gang and Jung Hyun Lee's film, and they are both brilliant. Dong Won-gang plays an ex-soldier who is yearning for redemption. He is thoughtful and contemplative without being super emo. His hair grows longer in the film, but it's more unkempt rather than emotionally dramatic. You can see the way he's striving for his redemption and trying to alleviate his guilt by the way that he constantly sort of throws himself in danger's way instead of the other people that are around him. Seemingly both that he's okay with dying, but also that he wants to make amends for the people he loses early on. Jung Hyun Lee is a perfect contrast. She is all no BS, full of intent and direct. She sees that her family's situation is genuinely terrible, no matter whose fault that may be, and she is purely focused on improving that. Anything else doesn't really matter. It's all about getting her family safe. She doesn't have any time for holding grudges or getting revenge, which is strangely refreshing in a movie like this. She has a goal, and everything she does is in service of that. That woman is a badass. Big shout out to the performances of Lee Rae and Lee Yi-won as sisters who also kick large amounts of zombie ass throughout the film in fairly creative ways at times as well.
내가 또 나서야 되나?
Also, I love how merciless Kim Min-jae is in this film. He has an excellent intro as the bad guy. Although in this world everyone has to have done things that are unpleasant, things that could normally make them the bad guy, but he seems to take unique pleasure in it. The film looks solid, with set design and lighting all perfectly reasonable. The world feels lived in, like genuinely real, although I will admit some of the outdoor shots look a little bit like a soundstage rather than a post-apocalyptic street. The zombie effects in Train to Busan occasionally verged on cartoonish, and I was quite concerned in Peninsula that they were going to take that even further, mainly because of this shot in the trailer. However, seeing that shot in context, it doesn't seem as bad or as obviously ridiculous. The zombies all maintain their level of menace, even though, like in all good monster movies, they are not the main bad guys. They are the context in which we explore mankind's darker side. And that is where we run into a problem. Peninsula is a sequel, and so I feel more than anything else it needs to earn its existence. The first film was its own thing. It was a new story, and so it felt fresh and vibrant, even if every idea they had wasn't particularly new or original. This film lacks that feeling. It's fine, don't get me wrong. It's a very solid sequel, but I don't feel like it truly earns its existence. Part of that is that the script is a little bit shallow. It touches on deeper themes and concepts without ever really exploring them. Also, we don't meet Jung-hyun Lee's character properly until about 45 minutes into the movie. And she, in many ways, is the heart of the film. About halfway through, our main character switches from the guy we've been following to the mum. Her situation, I feel, is more interesting than his. At least the way they wrote it, I think it is. As such, it is a good, fun horror film, but never a truly great one. Although it does have a very solid ending. I like the ending. Would I recommend it? Yes, even though, as I say, it lacks the inventive feel of the first one. It's not as good as the first one. Very few sequels are. Is it worth your time? Yes. But it's not going to change your life. It's good, but not amazing. However, if they chose to make another one, I would still be interested enough to find out where they go in this world and what they do with it. Thanks for watching this review. If you liked it, don't forget to like, share and subscribe and click that little bell notification button. And I will see you next time on Popcorn Dreams.